Ranking Brawl Class Skill Controllers Episode 4 Part 2. Amber is a very auto-aim friendly brawler. She can fire an insane amount of attacks. Her super also gives you free control and damage, and her hyper is just comically ludicrous. 99.9% of Chuckmen just put 3 or 4 pulls down and spam super. However, the other percentage of Chuckmains make him the most skilled brawler. But that is like counting Surge's double bounce. It is almost impossible to see in a real game. Charlie is not really that skilled of a brawler. She can auto-aim most of her attacks. She never runs out of ammo. Her super just knocks out brawlers out of the game. However, there is some wall peeking and there is some technical knowledge about her super. He has a stupidly easy attack to hit. He gets an insane amount of value for a little bit of effort. He gets a free poking tool, a long-range damage option, and the best support tool. However, hitting your pulls at max range could be difficult, and his mid-range is hard to hit. Sandy needs a lot of positioning knowledge to properly use. His mid-range and lack of damage is compensated with a broken super. However, his super needs a lot of positioning knowledge, including his hard supercharge rate with a mid-base kit, but his attacks are easy to hit and his gadget gives you free kill confirms. Squeak is a very hard brawler to play. He has middling damage for a hard-to-hit shot. His super is almost unusable and needs an extremely high skill pack, which also applies to his hyper. However, his gadgets are extremely corny as he gets either ludicrous damage or a broken slow. Otis is a hard brawler to play. He doesn't have any unfair tactics that he can use that isn't unfair. His attacks are extremely hard to hit. His super can be counterplayed by just walking around him, but his hyperchargers invalidates this. This is actually a brawler that makes the game unfun. Just horrible design choices. However, that is a different video. His attacks are borderline impossible to hit, and his super needs to be carefully laid out to get value, thus making him a very skilled brawler. He's extremely skilled. You need to aim your shots at close range. His super still requires you to dodge to get value, and his gadget rewards you by always thinking about it. Anyways,